Howdy all, welcome back. Right, it is day 8 of 9 straight pub crawls. I'm tired today, a 3.5 hour drive from Glasgow to rainy Sunderland. Yeah, weather not pretty at all. Today, second visit to Sunderland. Really loved the first visit I made here. Thought it was a great city to go out drinking in. I've done quite a lot of the city centre already. There's still a bit to do, so we'll get that done today. But today, Holly's hiding out of the rain. But yeah, for today, we will start on the outskirts and work in. So I'm on Roker side. So football fans will know Sunderland's grounds used to be Roker Park. This would have been the area that Roker Park would have stood in, I'm sure. Now they play at the Stadium of Light, which is massive and near the city centre. So that is where we're starting. Pub one of the day is going to be this. One of the day, it's going to be the Albion. So there are quite a few around it on the outskirts to try and get through. Very much looking forward to it. There she is. She has managed to drag herself out to be here for now. But yeah, pub number one of the day then. Let's have another great day around this wonderful city, despite the weather. Pub one, the Albion. Good place to kick the day off. A really nice, friendly local space. So yeah, it is the Roker area of Sunderland, as I thought it was. But this is what I found the last time I was here in Sunderland. I found all the people to be absolutely brilliant. It's just a great place. They're friendly, welcoming. They love their pubs around here. They really do. They look after them. They look after the people that run them. That's what you want to hear in it. But good little one to kick the day off with this. Good, friendly local space. McEwen's seen a lot of McEwens having come in Scotland, and I for the last few weeks. But pool table. Proper lovely people, good looking old pub, proper old one, apparently one of the oldest in the area as well. Beer garden space to the rear, but that is pub number one of my day. Definitely a fair few around here in the Roker area on the outskirts, so yeah, stay in the rain and try and get as many of these done now as we can. Two of which are going to be the Wolsey. So this is pub and dining, Sunday lunch carvery, 12 till 4, out here on the main road where the high-rise block of flats are. Yeah, I'm just going to get absolutely drenched today doing this. But it looks a nice, friendly looking place again. Stop 2 today. Sweet little pub. Got a little bit of pub grub coming out, proper pub grub. The menu's got everything from like jacket potatoes to baguettes to tortilla wraps. All sorts of bits and pieces on it. Proper pub grub. Nice looking little pub. Again, no real ale in this one. It's all a keg mix, but pub, pretty decent. All tucking into a bit of pub grub, a couple of screens, not got the football on, they've got a bit of horse race on, so they might not have the Sky Sports package, but food coming out of there. Thus far, all looked alright. It looks like it's probably owned by Star Pubs Heineken, judging by the stuff on the bar. 5-minute walk, almost back to where the Albion was pretty much, to be fair to it. Brings us to stop 3 of the day, the Avenue. Thus named, I would imagine, because it is right on the corner of these little avenue type streets. Looks a bit more modern from the outside, doesn't it? So the Albion just down there, proper old pub. This one certainly looks a lot more, more modern, newer, and that sort of vibe, I would imagine. So stop 3, let's go and see it. Very impressed with this place. Wasn't necessarily expecting to come in here and find a wealth of real ale, but there is. And it's good ale as well. I'll show you what I've got in a second. It's called Skinny Vagabond. It's very with Yeah, I was right with the modern feel, modern interior. Can watch the sport in here, but yeah, sport, pool table, good ale, good pub. Wearside Brewery, Slinky Vagabond. Very nice, but good selection. So a good way of kickstarting the ales for my day. Got some decent ciders and stuff on in here as well, and it is pretty nice looking. They've done a good job with this. Not necessarily your typical housing estate style pub in the slightest. Big fan, massively big fan of this. In with the area we're in, I was really impressed by the Avenue. I thought that was an absolute banger. And this is definitely a unique name for the crawl. This one is These Things Happen, and again looks a very modern style, a way of doing things, doesn't it? Attached to a one-stop, so you can get your tell the wife you're going for bread and milk and end up coming in the pub. Something I've done many a time. These Things Happen will be stop number 4 of the day thus far. cafe bar style look to it. A couple of cask ales on from Microbrewery, who I definitely had a fair few of theirs while I was here last time in Sunderland. Another one today, Medusa, which is not too shabby. The Vaux Brewery, that's obviously local to Sunderland. I've got some new keg stuff out though. It's on the bar here. I'm going to have to see if I hopefully find that later on today. But it's a nice looking modern vibe. New from Vaux. Yeah, definitely gonna have to try and get them. Yeah, a couple from Maxim on the hand pulls. I went with the Medusa. I wouldn't say I'm particularly impressed with the Medusa, but cafe bar style place. Bit of rustic wood around, but bands on apparently over in this corner that Phil, who's sponsored today, helps to get organised and things in it. And there is one little thing that you've definitely got to come and have a look at, because this is something quite unique. So we head on out to where the toilets are, the gents and stuff. There's no one actually in the ladies, but if you head in the ladies and press that, it's got a disco toilet. Hey, that's a first, isn't it? Right, about 100 yards down the road from These Things Happen is where you'll get to stop number 5 of the day, and it is this one. The Harbour View. I'm reliably informed by Phil that this one has a really good beer selection on. Again, pretty nice looking place from the outside. Bit of a unique shape. A nice viewing deck to be able to look out. Look, you can see it. I know it's a murky day, but you can see it. You can see the waterfront all the way out over there. So the Harbour View, stop 5 of the day thus far. Phil wasn't wrong with the ale lineup in here. Extensive, quality, plenty of good choices on it. New ones that I could have had. I could have had three different ones that I've never tried before. Could have gone on me untapped, but we haven't got time for that. We haven't got time for me to sit and just sample beer because we're trying to show you pubs. And this is a particularly good one. They've done a modern refurb to it inside again, but it looks pretty decent. It's dog friendly. It's got good ale. What more could you want? On this, so I've gone with a Durham Brewery one. Crush it real good. A nice IPA. It's really, really good quality. But yeah, 3 on there that I've never untapped. So could easily have just sat in here and started just beer tasting. You know, done something a little bit different. They've done a really good job with this, with a refurb, making it feel and look modern, but keeping the old shape, the old exterior. I said the views out from there, can't go wrong with the views out from there at all. Celebrating a little bit of Sunderland in here, and it is definitely an absolute banger of a boozer. Out of Roker into Fulwell, kind of listening to Phil on a route to go to try and get some, take some of the good outskirtsy pubs to show you, which is always a bonus, isn't it, when you have someone with local knowledge who can make sure that we get you some real gems in while we go. This one maybe not classed as one of those gems because apparently it's owned by Stonegate, but we were passing and it just seems silly not to have jumped out and done it. It is the Bluebell, and you know what, actually, as far as pub buildings go, I can't knock it, can I? It's a pretty beautiful one. So it stands here on a busy crossroads. It says established 1855. And again, Bluebell, one of the most common names on the pub crawl so far. And not a lot of them actually are as beautiful a building as that. So stop 6, the Fulwell area of Sunderland, the Bluebell. Okay. So not only it is a Stonegate, I've just got mixer points, so it is a Stonegate. But I said it's a lovely building. Better than a lot of the buildings that Stonegate have, because they don't put an awful lot of thought into some of them sometimes. This I was very impressed with. I walk in, there are 5 cask ales and Old Rosie on handpulls on the bar. This ain't your everyday Stonegate, and I'm all about it. Come with me as I tell you a story. Look at this. A porter, a citra, a pale. This is what I've gone with, the pale from Super Dragon. You know what, actually, pretty nice. From Darwin Brewery days, the bitter X I've had before, a good one, and Old Rosie sat on there as well. That is not normal in a Stonegate across the rest of the country, but Phil has just said to me that apparently the Stonegates up here, quite a lot of them actually do have real ales. So maybe I'm about to find a run of Stonegate boozers that I've actually got a lot of time for and I really like. Decent looking place here, decent looking outside, decent looking inside, and this, decent. At the front door of the Bluebell and across the Mega Junction And 50 yards down, the lighthouse. And I can already see a couple of furry friends sat in the doorway ready to give us a proper greeting, the sort of greeting you should get at any pub. So the lighthouse stops 7 of the day so far. Literally, the bluebell is just there. Walk across and you will find it. Lighthouse up next. Super little place. So some Maxim beers, and I've got Vista time at this time. I'm actually a lot more impressed with this one than I was with the Medusa. I think the Medusa might have been on its way out, so it probably wasn't Maxim's fault. Probably down to the pub. This is a great little micro. The dog in the window called Grace. She's a sweetheart. She's the pub dog, and yeah, an absolute famous feature around these parts. Really friendly little place. Some really good beer on. From Maximum Vista time I've gone with this time. You know, I'm really impressed with that one. That is a good beer. So I'm not holding the Medusa against the brewery. I definitely think that was probably on its way out. But what an absolute little sweetheart. Great little micro pub. I love a micro pub. You know how much I love a micro pub. And this, full of character, lovely fella that owns the place. Dog friendly to other people. Sweet pub dog. What's not to love about a micro pub like this? Just following Phil now. Cleadon Village is where we are. 3 pubs in Cleadon Village. The weather is getting even worse than it was already. But Cleadon Village has 3 pubs in to see, and he reckons it's a bit of a belter around here. So 1 of 3. It's the Raven. So the Raven in Cleadon Village. All Saints Parish Hall. So an old parish hall building. Apparently this is the newest one. Only been open a little while. Bit of all things to all men. Looks like showing the sport. Got a good beer range from what I hear, and looks the part, certainly does look the part from the outside. So, in the interest of me not getting any wetter than I am already, let's get in and see the Raven. Right, I absolutely love this. So, brand new to the village, basically the new addition to the village drinking scene. And it's not a big village, it's got 3 pubs, well, a Toby Carvery, and now 3 pubs. The Toby Carvery is currently closed for a refurb, but I absolutely love this. This is a wicked new addition to the village. So, it's not cask ale, but there are 10 craft beer lines on the keg, 10, as well as the stuff on the bar as well. It's got a little gothic vibe going on in here. It's thriving, it's got a lovely bunch of people in. It's just a good boozer. Any village would be lucky to have a place like this in. 150, 200 yards around the corner to come to this little beauty. Apparently also a Stonegate owns place. But having seen the Bluebell, we're not disparaging about Stonegate today, are we? Because apparently they're just better around here. Go on, the Cottage Tavern. Honestly, after the Bluebell, I'm not even sure where to go with Stonegate now. I'm not even sure what to say, how to feel, what to think, because that was definitely the best Stonegate I've ever been in. Until now, hopefully. Let's see if the Cottage Tavern makes it even better. But Stonegate owns, beautiful building. Let's get in and see it. Again, unless you told me that this was owned by Stonegate, this doesn't feel like a Stonegate at all either. You can't do the mixer points in this one. It's just it's an oldie woldy village pub. Doesn't strike me as something that Stonegate would even be interested in, but you know what, I like it. I like the look, I like the vibe. 3 cask ales normally, one of which is Doombar. So 2 cask ales and Doombar normally. Only one of which is on at the moment, Timmy Taylor's Landlord. But proper old school village pub. Bit of stained glass. Little central, it's a long, narrow looking place with a bit of rustic charm. Young lady on the bar, very friendly, very, very polite. It's dog friendly. There is an absolute little sweetheart in here as well. She's an absolute sweetheart. I was waiting for me to come back to give her a try again. But yeah, there you go. That is the Cottage Tavern. Other pub of the village then. It will take you about 2 minutes or so to walk to. Not too bad, is it? So yeah, it's a little village, still part of Sunderland, but a little village all of its own. And with the Toby Carvery not in operation, the only other place for us to get a bevy here is this one. The Stables. A microbrewery. Lazy Lizard Brewery, so I'm told. I'm not entirely sure if I've ever had anything from Lazy Lizard Brewery. I don't think I've ever heard of them. So I'm interested to find out what they do. Yeah, microbrewery, microbar, Lazy Lizard Brewery, the Stables. And as you can see, the weather is still absolutely wonderful. You know how much I love a micropub, especially a microbrewery. Haven't got any of their own beers on, but they are in the process of getting some. So I hear. Anyway, if you want to see the little brewing kit, which is pretty cool in itself, and have a look around, now that we can do. Bit of cask ale, some really good craft beers on, good vibe. But this is just upstairs. So yeah, Lazy Lizard Brewing Co. I'll look them up. This is the little room up to the top, and then wander on back down into the bar space, where as you can see, it is a little hive of activity. Let's take you around here. Oh, let's take you around here. So I've gone with this Magus. I'm told it says how you say it. I did call it Magus, but I was quickly corrected. Yeah, Magus from Durham Brewing, and decent little bits on the taps, plus 10 taps behind. I love a micropub, and again, it's a pretty good one. Heading in the vague direction of going back towards the city centre, and the next stop for the day, stop 11 it is. Look at this, Beggars Bridge, and at Beggars Bridge we are in the East Bolden area. I don't know, literally I said the areas of Sunderland are alien to me, as I, sounding like I do, am alien to them, I am sure. Beggars Bridge Pub and Eatery, stop 11 of the day at the metro station for East Bolden. There you go. Explanation complete. There, and got invited to have a look at their back room. Hey, never say my life isn't weird. So we're gonna go and have a look at the back room. So do a bit of live music and stuff out here apparently. Good little cask ale range, good little pub to be fair. But yeah, if you want to see their back room, always, whenever you go in, always find out if you can see their back room. No, don't do that, you'll probably get slapped, but you know, we'll show you anyway. To be fair, it's definitely worth seeing. So a bit of live music and stuff quite often goes on the backstage up here, as you can see, decked out for a 21st birthday. It's been a long while since my 21st birthday, and when I say a long while, I mean it's more than double the time since my 21st birthday that I've been on this earth. But you know, don't tell anybody. I try and pretend to people I'm 37. But yeah, it's a great little back room. This is. So Cash is king. Johnny Cash was king, but the other type is also acceptable. So yeah, pretty wicked back room. Let's take it back to the pub. Okay, Swedish Blonde from Maxim on here, but Beggars Bridge Blonde in colour codes. You know, that's pretty decent a bev as well. So decent little beers on the taps and things as well. This place gets absolutely hit with the metro station. There is a popular hangout with the youth of today. You can watch all the sport and stuff in here. There's plenty of screens all over. Staff are friendly. Decent looking place as well. Yeah, apparently a mega stop off on the tube on the metro is to come and see this one. Listening to Phil, and you know what, he's doing a grand old job so far. So we are back towards the city centre, and I'm quite looking forward to this. He's bigged it up a lot. Saltgrass. Phil, basically, so in Sunderland, who have sponsored the crawl today, put bands into pubs. Honestly, he knows his stuff. Trust me when I say he knows his stuff. So, a live music and real ale venue, you know, it was always going to be something on my radar of things that I thought was pretty darn cool, wasn't it? So, I'm here at the Saltgrass, stop 12 of the day. Absolutely packed out. No cask ale on. Apparently they normally do have cask ale on. Just a couple of ciders showing on a hand pump. So, yeah, no cask, which is a shame. Would have been nice to sample something or see what they've got. So that's a little bit of a shame. But aside from that, decent vibe, decent looking pub. Again, feels a little bit set out of the way though. This is way too busy for me to actually show you along the bar. But yeah, just Stan and Lily's strawberry stuff on there. Wylam, Hickey the Rake is on the keg stuff, and oh my god, that horrific Carling Premier also on. But it's the main bar. I said I would love to. I'd love to be able to show you this on a quieter day, but at the moment we can't. So it's a back room, but it is obviously privately hired at the moment. Sorry, privately hired at the moment for a wedding party. So that's why you can't get into the back room. So there you go. Head on up the hill, despite the fact that it's raining and I'm getting absolutely soaked again in the name of visiting pubs. But we do what we do. We bring the merriment for you. And it's this. What a beaut. Established 1834. King's Arms. That is my kind of looking boozer. I absolutely love that is literally sat here, look, in the middle of nowhere. Standing out on its own, looking pub-like, calling me like a siren, come in, and I need to get out of the rain, so we're doing that. King's Arms up next, loving the look. Not only does this look like a banger from the outside, it's a banger on the inside. It's got a roaring fire going, and I'm soaked. I'm really happy to see the fire going because it's drying me off. But lovely bunch of people in again. Good cask ale range, decent mix amongst the kegs. Just feels like a proper pub, this. Feels like a proper boozer, and it's just down the hill from where I was last time, so I know where we are. Right down here, look at what we've got on this end, and then there. So I told you, roaring fire was going. Loads of good people here. Loads of people who watch the channel, follow the channel. Give us a wave. Yeah, give us a wave. There we go. Always good to see people who know what we're doing, why we're doing it, and the whole reason behind it. But it's a pretty cool looking pub anyway, isn't it? Glad to have stopped in the King's Arms. As expected, thus far, Sunderland absolutely banging. People are wonderful. This city is just, it's a great city to go out drinking in. And I can't possibly come back here, can I? We're heading towards where our travel logs and stuff is. I can't possibly come back here and not revisit. Holly's never seen some of these, so need to take her in to these. First of which is the absolutely incredible old traditional museum vaults. Now, I think I said this was an absolute 10 out of 10 pub when I came before. So it's only fair that Holly gets to see it as well. First revisit of the day. Honestly, it's such a good little boozer that I cannot wait. I'm excited to be back in. So the Stadium of Light, just behind here, where we are. Museum vaults, first revisit of the day. I said, no, that's not what I said. I said 10 out of 10 pub. Do I stand by that? You know, sometimes you go for the best Chinese you've ever had, and then you say that's the best Chinese I've ever had, and you go again, you're like, oh, actually, was it as good as I thought it was? I'll tell you what, this is just as good as I thought it was. It's such a great little pub. It's a must. Come to Sunderland, don't come in here. You're the one that's missing out, not me. I've been twice. You're the one that we're missing out. See why I love it so much? Right, this is what I've gone for in here. So another Darwin brewery one from a Beagle, but Ossett White Rat. Can't go wrong. The classics are the best sometimes, aren't they? And you won't go wrong with that. But look at it. Holly just said this is like going into my grandparents' living room, and Holly absolutely loved her grandparents, so that is a compliment in itself. But it's such a great looking little pub, a proper. They don't make pubs like this anymore, especially with the fire stuff, do they? They don't make pubs like this, and they really should. They should do everything they can to protect and make pubs exactly like this, because they're just the best. Look, dog friendly. Look at it. What a boozer. An absolute 10 out of 10, I stand by that. From one absolute banger to another, because again, that is a proper pub. That is something that I love because of everything about it. I love the vibe, I love the people, I love the old school mentality. I love getting wet in the middle of Sunderland to bring you the best pubs that we can possibly bring. It's 50 yards down the road, and again, if you're here, you can't not do it. It's the ship Isis, 1885 on the outside of the building. So the museum vault is just, it's one of those, like I said, they're pubs that I will go back to every single day of the week, every single time I'm there. Every single time I come to this amazing city of Sunderland, I will go to these two because I absolutely love them. This, the grandeur inside, the spectacle that you'll see, if you haven't seen it already on video 1, I'll show you now. There's not many pubs that get a lot more stunning than this. However, all is not what it seems. This is not anywhere near as old as they would have you believe. But that doesn't matter, does it? Because it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. It's been decked out so well. Looks incredible. Used to be a nightclub, a one-room nightclub. And look what an amazing job they've done, making it like this. Lee, what just wonder you through? It's the ambience, isn't it? It's the vibe. It's the whole look, aesthetic, and feel to the place that makes it something absolutely stand out of this world. Beautiful. They've done such a good job with this. Good cask ale lineup. Look, plenty of cask ale stuff on there. A wonderful look. Some etched glass. Everything else. You wouldn't. We won't even talk about the ambience of those, will we? But up to the hotel rooms, up to the rooms. Another good feature good feature. But then you come into the, honestly, it looks like the Titanic before it sunk. A little bit. Like, this is what I imagine the inside of the Titanic probably looked like. It's pretty beautiful. That's what they did. And they've done a wonderful, wonderful job with it. I love those two pubs. They're amazing. Right, into the city centre itself now. So where our travel lodge is, we're going to work from here now. And next up, this is one I didn't do. So I did greens last time. You'll find that in video 1, and you'll find a lot of the rest of the city centre in video 1. You won't find this one. It's the vault yard, and I definitely did not do this last time. I've checked my list. I definitely didn't do it. I don't know if it wasn't open or why I didn't do it, but I 100% have not done the vault yard next door to green. So vault yard, stop 16 of the day so far. It's a pretty impressive building, this, and they're playing a little bit like emo stuff and rock music. It's all right. A bit of Paramore on now, a bit of Fall Out Boy when we came in. I don't know why I didn't do this last time. I'm assuming it wasn't open for some reason. Maybe I was here on a Wednesday and it wasn't, but good late night weekend venue. We're all setting here, setting up for a little bit of live music. We're obviously just, the band are just sound checking. That's a good place to put a band.
Hello, can you hear us out there?
Yeah, we can hear you. It wants a sport. It's a reasonably generic keg mix. Not terrible, but rest of it, doesn't it? Actually looks quite impressive, I would say. So a wonder. Ooh. Take our little trek. Bit of live music. What's not to love? Noticing quite a few here that I didn't get to do the first time, but Holly needs to see this one. So third revisit of the day is going to be to this butte. Most of you already knew, yeah. You already knew what it was. The Dun Cow. Look at it. Buildings, pubs, they don't come much more stunning or beautiful than that. And that's inside and out as well. That is an absolute 10 out of 10 looking building. It's a wonderful pub inside as well. So it's about time she got the chance to witness just how beautiful this one is. Dun Cow, next stop. There is absolutely nothing about this pub that I don't fall in love with. Every single time I see it or come in, I see photos of it, I just think the place is, it's a spectacle. It's beautiful. The wood, the bar, the stained glass, the back bar especially, the ale choices, it's just a winner. It's a belter. By that, this is what I mean. Look at the back bar up there, but look at the stained glass, the etched glass. Look, you don't win awards from camera for no reason, do you? You don't win those through being rubbish at what you do. Car scale wise, when they're full, I'll tell you what, they are some. But you'll also find plenty of decent craft beer amongst the taps and stuff in here as well. The intricate detail, though. This is what makes it set aside from the rest. The intricate detail in the stained glass, the intricate detail in the look of the place. It's just a phenomenal looking pub, isn't it? You can't tell me I'm wrong. You're not going to tell me I'm wrong anyway, because let's face it, I know that this one is a 10 out of 10. It's one you've got to come and see for yourselves. It's a belter. Back to business. So one of the ones that everybody told me I would really like wasn't open on a Wednesday when I came here last time. Is this right in front of me. So I've been kind of looking forward to this ever since then. It is the Peacock, and it's a beautiful, it reminds me kind of, style-wise and the way it's built, it reminds me a little bit of the Blackfriar in London, just outside Blackfriars Station, in that sort of triangular shape, which is quite a spectacular look, to be honest. But yeah, a lot of people shouted this out, said you'd love the Peacock. It wasn't open last time, it's open now. So Peacock, next stop of the night. Building wise, like I said, if you've never seen the Blackfriar, just outside Blackfriars Station in London, really check it out. It's a Nicholson's pub. It's in the same sort of triangle shape as this. I mean, they've gone all out. That's an intricate design and stuff. In here, that's not what they're going for. But it is a very, very nice pub in its own right. It's got 4 good car scales. It's got a good vibe. It's got good staff. It feels right. It just feels right. 4 good cask ales. That's what we're going for, isn't it? Canned and easy as well on there, which I don't mind. I honestly don't mind a canned and easy. Stone's beer, popular up here. So a little stage at the end, a piano and a stage. What more could you want if you want a bit of live music and the vibe? but decent sized. So the shape is unique, isn't it? To this, and pretty much as far as I'm aware, the Blackfriar. They're the only two that I've ever seen that have been quite this shape. Tell it's an old pub. That suggests an age, isn't it? But nice little bit in the corner and stuff as well. Pool table down there. That's the Peacock for you. A minute to walk from there to get to this. Another new tick of the day. It's the Keel Tavern. So yeah, very modern looking style bar in a purpose-built unit that was housed. Has the botanist next door. I'm not doing the botanist tonight, but yeah, Keel Tavern not done. So tick off Keel Tavern next. You'd expect it to look reasonably modern in here, and it does look reasonably modern. Couple of car scales, decent mix across the taps with some stuff from Microbrewery. In fact, there's one from Microbrewery on a cask, which is what I'm going to go with. Obviously, do a few cocktails. Looks like you'd expect. Yeah, they've done a good job. Modern, isn't it? Modern styling. Keel. The Keel Tavern Golden, you know what, is not a bad tipple either off the cask, and I think it looks pretty sassy in here, to be honest. I don't think it's a bad looking gaff, no matter which way you want to look at it. You know what, the weather, the elements, the coldness, the fact that we're on day 8 of 9 is starting to like take its toll. Like trying to walk through it, there's one up there called the Bridge Vault, so we really wanted to go and do, and Diego's, he's up there as well. I haven't done them yet. I wanted to get there, but the rain, we're freezing cold. I've been soaked through 6 times so far today. It's got to that point where the travel lodge is in the opposite way. It's another 5 minutes walk that way. I'm not doing them, right? But I've never done, so 19 done, ticked off, or but never done this. So, right, I will come back, and you know I'm going to come back as many times as it takes, but I'm soaked through, tired, man. And yeah, happy dwarf over here, just ain't up for any more walks. So
I'm ready to be warm.
Yeah, ready to be warm, dry, and have some food. Right, so a 17th new pub, a 20th tick of the 20th stop of the day. 3 stories. So yeah, don't be at me saying like, oh, you should have gone to here. Like, honestly, I'm cold. Even I'm cold, wet, tired. I'm starting to get grumpy. It's gonna be a case of like I'm fed up now. So it's the other side of the city. We'll do it another day. We've had a good innings. 3 stories, 20th stop of the day. A little bit disappointed that we haven't made it to the bridge, because that was one that was on my list today of things. So I was like, I really want to get there. So I'm so cold. I'm so tired. I'm soaked through. Honestly, I'm soaked through. It's been all day. The rain today has been relentless. Sunderland is absolutely brilliant. It really is. It's such a good day out. The weather hasn't helped, but I hope that once again I've shone a little light on just how good Sunderland is, and we can go from there. The music in here is absolutely abysmal. I don't even know what it is. It's just thumping nothingness, to be honest. So I don't really get what the music is, and that might explain why it's not busy. We've been past a few places that are absolutely slammed tonight, so the music there definitely needs a rethink, I would say. But aside from that, decent looking bar. Again, starter friendly. Guinness is good. Final beer, Guinness. I mean, the weather I think has hampered what we can realistically get round today. Like I said, I'm so over today getting absolutely soaked, especially on day 8 of 9. I'm fed up of being soaked, dry, soaked, dry, soaked, dry. So I love this city. It's a wonderful place. There are still 3 or 4 visits in Sunderland to do, whether it be the outskirts or the rest of the stuff in the city centre to do. So don't be at me telling me what I missed. I'm doing my best, man. 20 in a day is pretty good. After a 3.5 hour drive from Glasgow, I'm happy with that. That's not a person, man. That's a poster, man. Yeah. I love this sea. Thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow, Robert. Bye.